Hi, welcome back to Life of Enchantment. I'm going to talk to you today about tuning in and out of frequencies and vibrations to help you to not to block out but to tune out, so that it'll help you to see the magic and enchantment around you, help you cope with stress and just general situations, and also it'll help you to practice living more in the moment and, like I said, having a more enchanting and magical life. So what we're going to do is, first of all, you're going to do a little practice with me. I'm just going to move my thing over here. I know the lighting is a little bit shit. You will have already done this and practiced this naturally. So, if you're ever watching sport or you're engrossed in a movie or something like that, you will, you don't notice what's going on around you as much. You're hyper focused on whatever it is that you're watching or doing, or scrolling, or I don't know. What we're going to do is teach yourself to be able to consciously do this. And the reason it's so helpful is that, like I just said, it will help you to be able to manage stress, to help to give yourself a break from the constant noise in your head, the constant noise around you. It gives you like a little bit of an out, like a break. So what we're going to do is teach ourselves, like I said, to consciously tune out, not block. Because if you're going to block, it's more not aggressive, but it's the minute you say, "Oh, I'm trying to block this. I need to block this." It's just not as easy, because it's more of a forced thing. And if you try and block something, you tend to focus on it even more. So we're going to try and avoid that by thinking of it as tuning in and out. So everything is vibration and frequency. So you're going to just learn to tune into, like a radio, into what it is you want to tune into. And this is going to be part of like a sort of Finding Peace series. So keep a lookout for the other ones, because we all need to be able to find that stillness and that peace within ourselves, and nobody's exempt from this, the need to do this. It'll just help you with your stress levels, no matter what's going on in your life. It'll help you to control and deal with and manage so many things. So a practice that is really, really good is that, so what you could do is put some music on now, or when this is finished, and you can practice listening to me for a moment. So tune into me and my frequency, my vibration, and then flip to practicing listening into the music, or maybe another podcast. Just practice, listen a bit to me, listen a bit to something else, listen a bit to me, listen a bit to something else, and just practice taking your focus onto different things, in and out, and see how that works. Some days you'll do it easier than others, depending on how maybe stressed you are, what's going on in your life. But it's invaluable. It's such an invaluable practice to have under your tool belt. So if you're out walking, I know I've mentioned this sort of thing before, but if you're out walking, practice listening to how many birds you can hear, any water, the rain, the wind, what your feet sound like. And then what will happen as you do this more, you will notice that you will start to focus. You'll also start to see different things. Like, you won't just need the sound, you'll be able to tune into textures and sight. So your focus will be more on the sight of something. It'll be more on like how maybe moss feels, or the water. There's so many things that it's just really helpful if you focus into how things sound, feel, taste, touch. Teaching yourself to be still and appreciate and come back to center doesn't mean you are never going to have intrusive thoughts or interrupting things. It doesn't mean that you're not thinking about or caring about or worrying about whatever issue may be going on for you in your life. It just means that you're having some respite. It is not healthy to hyper focus on problems 24/7. It doesn't help them. If anything, it kind of probably doesn't help you to think clearly about how you may solve it, or what you can do, and like I said, just think clearly. So teaching yourself these methods, living in the moment, is so helpful. It'll help you in so many ways, even if you haven't got any problems. It's just a beautiful way to live and be, because it'll make you appreciate all the little things in life, all the magical wonder that's in life. I mean, we are amazing beings. Nature is just incredible. And to not notice and see that, I think, is just sad. It's such a waste. So while you're focusing, if thoughts come in and out, or feelings or whatever, it's fine. Just go back to focusing on the podcast, or I don't know, your walk, or brushing your teeth, or whatever it is that you're focusing on. I hope this has been helpful. Do let me know if you find it helpful, what your experiences are, what other techniques you guys might have, what you found worked for you. Yoga is another good practice. And like I said, I know I've spoken about these sort of things before, but it is like a sort of series. It is something I'm really passionate about. And something that I'm going to do like a sort of series on. So it's coming back to centre, finding yourself. I'm going to do almost like, I'm not sure what they call it, maybe it's like a kind of fly on the wall thing, where I will do a little series of just kind of, not just hanging out with me, but just sort of being about with me, where it's not such a fast-paced thing. We'll just do some nice slow movements or whatever. And just learning to not have that constant, like that sort of clickbait thing, and just constantly being, having to be amused so quickly, because we need to learn to come back to stillness. And like I said, it'll help you to find much more and see much more enchantment and magic in the world, in yourself, and in everything around you. So I hope you're all very well. Thank you so much to all the people that are supporting me and encouraging me, and to all those who have liked and subscribed. Lots of love to you all, and until next time, all my love, Ella.